Genesis 1:29, and God said, Behold, I have given you every, what? Herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. So it says, I have given you every herb bearing seed. What's that?
Nuts.
Nuts. Herb. So off of the herb, you're talking about that bear seed, we plucking off that herb to consume it. So that's our fruit.
Yes.
And these fruits would be what? These are the legumes and these things. And what are legumes? Right. So chana, lentils, right? Those, right? Legumes. So we know that is offered that. Now, a herb and a tree is two different things.
No, herb bearing tree seed.
So you talk about a herb, which is the entity that is bearing the seed. And then further I talk about a tree, which is the entity that bears the fruit. So it's two things mentioned here. One is a herb and one is a tree. There's a difference between a herb and a tree. The tree itself, the main characteristic is it's woody.
Yeah.
I don't know physically now speaking.
Yeah.
The tree is a woody structure. That is what qualifies it as a tree.
Yeah.
As compared to a herb. Right. You know the banana is not a tree?
Of course not.
No.
It's soft.
What's the consistency as?
It's softer. Yeah.
So that is actually a herb.
Yeah.
In
It's more like soft leaves that come up.
Right. Right, so I just say that to show the contrast between a herb and a tree. So off of the fruit of the herb and of the tree that we can pick and pluck, this was the original that given to mankind.
That's right. The herb bearing
Yeah?
seed. Yes.
So if I tell you,
So a herb and bearing seed.
so if put yourself in Adam's day, right, before the fall, would you be able to live off of that diet?
Of course.
Can you see yourself living off of that diet?
Of course.
You sure?
Yes.
Before the fall.
The reason why I keep saying before the fall, right, is because the vegetables of herbs came after the fall. Otherwise, that would not have been there for man's consumption.
So they were eating the seeds before, but after they eat the herb itself.
Yeah.
This way,
Eh?
I get lost.
Right, alright.
I get it.
Alright, don't fire me, go back.
No, go back what you're saying.
Before the fall.
Before the fall.
Yeah, that's
Right, this was the diet before the fall. And then when Adam sinned, we saw thorns and thistles was produced.
Yeah.
These were the herbs. Right, but the herbs was beneficial because of sin, because with sin came disease.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
I lost? You're lost?
Yeah, no, because what I was saying here, the herb bearing seed, the herb would have been there,
Alright.
but the herb that bearing the seed, they would have eat the seed. So I'm seeing after sin now, they had to eat the herb itself.
Right.
That's how looking at it. Now they're eating the leaves of it.
But new things actually came after sin.
Yes, I know.
The
Not
thorns and
seed.
thistles, so like burdock root, blessed thistle, like all these herbs. Those are herbs that are beneficial herbs today. Because we live in a disease world. Okay? So these things will actually benefit
So
us.
even some of the thorns and thistles are beneficial after. But
Right.
some of the thorns and thistles will be herbs. But
That's right.
Because Master Maria, what we call it's a herb. It's a thorn.
It's a particular right.
aloes.
Yes.
These things are thorns and thistles.
Yes.
But it's beneficial.
Beneficial.
Stick and nettle, all these things are powerful herbs.
Yeah.
But those are herbs. That is not food.
Yeah.
Food, this is food.
Yeah.
This is what we're supposed to be subsisting on. And some people ask themselves, fruits alone, I can live on fruits.
Fruits and nuts.
Name some fruits, the ones that you cook.
Food that we cook.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
Eggplant. Have plenty of water.
Yeah.
You see, the overlook the ones they could cook, right?
Yeah.
Those are fruits as well.
Yeah.
Jackfruit.
Pumpkin. What else?
Eggplant.
Tomato. Eggplant.
Jackfruit. Breadfruit.
Fruit. Yeah, like it.
Eggplant.
Jackfruit.
Breadfruit.
Breadfruit.
What's a good pronunciation?
What's carrot?
Carrot is a vegetable. Right? All root foods are vegetables.
Yeah.
And that's like an extension of the vegetable
That's
itself.
right, yeah.
Right? They're not eating the reproductive part of the plant, which is the fruit. Yeah, it's very starchy. Right?
So potatoes,
All-
all starch.
Right. Right? Corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be eaten raw as well.
Corn.
But we cook it.
Right, so I wouldn't name all obviously, right?
Yes.
But these are things we can live on.
Huh?
And if we add in the legumes, the chana and these things, now if we could sprout those, even better.
Yes.
Yeah, and like on what you say, am I to think that these were things before the fall or after the fall?
Yeah, these were.
They will
Most
be
of them-
there before.
Most of them were before the fall.
Yeah.
Some of them were hybridized
Yeah.
and changed up along the way.
Yeah.
But most of them were before the fall there.
But you know,
Right?
this
And these are just the ones to cook.
Yeah.
So this is the original diet. This is the diet even today we need to go back to. Alright? The reason why I brought that to the forefront. We are doing
That's
that.
one question before I get.
Yeah.
What about pulse? What is considered
What's it?
pulse?
Pulses, legumes. Yeah. Alright, that's what Daniel ate.
Yeah.
What is vegetables?
And
Okay.
it would have been chana
And
and
peas and
peas and these
things.
things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And that's why he was fatter
Yes.
than the rest of them, because these are the ones you consume when you're looking to build.
Yeah.
Pulses,
Yeah.
you're looking to build, born all the mass.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you eat. Protein,
Potato. Yeah.
amino acids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The reproductive part of the plant and the tree is food. That is our meat. The reproductive part of it. So lettuce and those things are herbs.
Yeah.
Kale, that's a
That's the
herb.
next technical.
So we are speaking about the diet. There's a direct connection. We always say this between your appetite and your mind.
Yeah.
And the whole reason this presentation is brought before you is to show that when it pertains to your appetite, simple is always better. So keep that in mind, right? Simple is always better. And this is the reason why I brought all this forward. If you think of the most simple of foods to consume, is these. Even more simple than the grains and these things, right? Which you have to take time and prepare fully before it can be easily consumed and processed by the body.